When did the universe begin? A fundamental question. One that must be answered in one way or another in order to provide context to our often puzzling human existence. Of course, any question with such far-reaching implications attracts the most grandiose of answers, from detailed chronicles of divine creation to descriptions of cosmic births spanning billions of years and unfathomable distances. There is one theory, however, that enjoys a far more accessible introduction. Last Thursdayism. The hypothesis? The universe, as we know it, began last Thursday. In order to understand last Thursdayism, or last Wednesdayism, or last Tuesdayism, depending on what your preference is, we must first discuss what is known as the omphalos hypothesis. The omphalos hypothesis attempts to bridge the gap between scientific evidence of the Earth's age with the literal interpretation of the biblical account of creation. Named after a book written in 1857 by Philip Henry Goss, it suggests that the evidence that the universe is more than 10 millennia old was in fact instituted during the biblical creation, either out of necessity, as argued in the book, or as a way to test the faith of believers. Here we see the main theme emphasized, a past that cannot be trusted due to the inherent nature of how the universe was created. Last Thursdayism is essentially this concept taken to its natural, absurd extreme, and can be used as a critique of this idea. It could also be seen as a corollary of Bertrand Russell's 5-minute hypothesis, which he sums up in his book, The Analysis of the Mind. It is not logically necessary to the existence of a memory belief that the event remembered should have occurred, or even that the past should have existed at all. There is no logical impossibility in the hypothesis that the world sprang into being 5 minutes ago, exactly as it then was, with a population that remembered a wholly unreal past. There is no logically necessary connection between events at different times. Therefore, nothing that is happening now or will happen in the future can disprove the hypothesis that the world began 5 minutes ago. Hence, the occurrences which are called knowledge of the past are logically independent of the past. They are wholly analyzable into present contents, which might, theoretically, be just what they are, even if no past had existed. Essentially, we can't prove that our memories of the past are real, as memory is inherently subjective and unreliable. There's no way to prove that the universe wasn't created 5 minutes ago, and all our memories before then have been artificially manufactured and placed in our minds, convincing us otherwise. Add to that the omphalos hypothesis of all the physical evidence of the past being manufactured too, and we are left with an unprovable, unsolvable, inherently self-defeating problem. Of course, even Russell stressed that the actual usefulness of this concept is limited, as the theory is non-falsifiable. That is, it can't ever be proven wrong, as the nature of the idea is that all evidence to the contrary is irrelevant. So trying to tackle the validity of this hypothesis is ultimately pointless. Finally, as with any fundamental theory of the universe, there is a religion formed around it, though it's more tongue-in-cheek than actual belief framework. The Church of Last Thursday extends the original doctrine with the following tenets. The universe was created on Thursday and will expire on Thursday. The universe was created by you as a test for yourself. You will be rewarded or punished when this universe expires, based on your actions here. Left-handedness is a sinful temptation. Everyone but you was placed here and pre-programmed to act as part of your test environment. Everyone but you knows this. A sort of blend between the Truman Show, protagonist syndrome, and our titular thought experiment then. A solipsism, or in their words, a solipsism, that really emphasizes the limited nature of our subjective knowledge. Our memories, the perception of our surroundings, and even of those around us, all hauntingly contained within our own minds. To some, this may be a concerning or even frightening idea, reminding them of the vast unknowns overlooked within our everyday lives.